This content has been brought to you by my Patreons, and if you'd like to join them, link is in the description.
I just got a 23andMe test. After I get the results, and we can talk about it, you know what I mean? But here, let me go ahead and take this test. Oh shit! All the information. If y'all need 30% off, holla at me.
Living in the house of usher, parasitical and structure. The plague begins to cluster in the house of usher.
Alright, so this thing they give it in, you know what I mean? Ooh. Pop it open. So basically, you don't like swab, you spit. So you guys spit to a line. Now this might take a second, cause I'm chronically dehydrated, and a thing that happens with that is you don't make enough saliva a lot of times. All right. So apparently there's this little solution in here. I don't know if you can tell, but there's this little solution. So, but what I'm supposed to do is spit till I get up to this line, till I get up to that line, and then close the lid, which will mix the solution, then seal it and set it off. So that's what I'm gonna do. Oh my God, this is gonna take a long time. I thought it was like deeper than it actually was, apparently. One thing it tells you is to fill it all the way to the top. I mean, at the top to that line, but not bubbles, only liquid. So bubbles don't count. Man, the minute I need spit. And here's the thing, you're not supposed to drink or eat anything or smoke until till after you're done. You need to have a half an hour of none of that, you know what I mean? This is embarrassing. I think that's the last one. Hard to tell. So I'll pop the solution in there. A lot of bubbles though. Hope don't fuck it up. I'll be mad. So this is expensive. This is like $100. This is the cheap one. So hopefully too many bubbles ain't gonna fuck it up. Seal this tightly. Wow. Now I got this jar of spit and some type of solution. Then I insert this in here, just like this. There you go. Oh, I see. So you just fold it over. Now it's sealed. Bad. Put it up in the box. Still in the box. Whew. I should have been doing that with y'all seeing me. Boom. Now I just gotta ship it off.
My DNA test is in, so we about to crack this open. So, I got my DNA test back, and I found out some very interesting things, right? So, you know my grandpa, he told me he was Alaskan native or in origin, like his dad was in the boarding schools. Turns out that my grandpa's full of fucking shit. Why do white people do that shit? He wasn't native for nothing. What turned out when I found out from my aunt actually was that he was trying to claim his half-sister's history, but it's not his history. He's white as fuck. Racist as hell too. The fuck? I found out that I'm mainly, on my white side, French. I have a little bit of Irish, but not really. And it turns out that it's like Russian, German, actually. But like it comes up as French and German. And it's really like interesting to find out because it's like, wow, we probably did add to the slave trade because French was super out of pocket. That's fucked up shit. I also found out that I have history and origins in Nigeria. That's my black side. And I was really hoping to find my dad, but thus far has not succeeded. But I did find a cousin that I'm hoping she will help me illuminate my history and who my dad is. I haven't heard back from her yet, but crossing my fingers. You know, people got busy lives, especially in post-COVID or not really post-COVID, during COVID, you know what I mean? So people got busy lives and it's hard out there. So hopefully I'll hear from them soon though. So I found out that I'm 40% or 39.5% sub-Saharan African. Of course, I was expecting that. 23.8% Nigerian, 5.5% Ghanaian or Liberian, 1.3% Senegambian and Guinean, and then apparently broadly West African. I don't know what that really supposed to mean, but I guess that's the thing. 5.4% Congolese, which include Angolan, Southeast Africa, and broadly Congolese. And I don't understand what the differences of these are, what regions they're supposed to represent compared to others, since a bunch of them are Congolese and they're just different pieces. I guess probably different tribes. I need to refresh my history a little bit better. I know a lot of the foul stuff that's happened to the Congolese and the genocide that happened, but I don't know a lot about the history beforehand. You know what I mean? A lot of that gets robbed from us, and it's kind of crazy. As you see, a little bit East Asian, a little bit Central Asian, a little bit Western Asian or Northern African, you know, and so, you know, got little tiny specks of other things in me, but mainly it's black and white. What I expect? That's what I expected. It's funny to see on my white side how it's 49% French, German, and 10% Irish, which I was always led to believe that we have more Irish than we apparently do in our bloodstream. So that's always interesting. Another really interesting development that happened was I found out I had an aunt that nobody knew about. Apparently, my grandpa's first child. It was really a trip to find that out and see that I have an aunt that was just like me, a bastard, I guess, technically. I mean, they're born out of wedlock, or at least out of my grandpa and their mom wasn't married. But it was kind of powerful because I found out there's black folks on the white side of my family, even because her child and her grandchild are both black, and so that really meant a lot. I actually reconnected with my aunt trying to tell her that she has a sister that she didn't know about. And we were able to like make amends in some things and start to build toward being family a little bit, which is crazy because when I think back, my aunt definitely was somebody who was very close to me when I was a child. And then we kind of grew apart and I kind of got left with an abuser, and that's just what happened, you know what I mean? But I ended up finding a whole bunch of crazy history about my family, some really dark stuff to be honest, but it was honestly kind of healing. And all this really would not have happened without this DNA test, so I'm still grateful, even though it hasn't brought the results I wanted. My real intent was to find my dad, was to find my father. That hasn't happened yet, and it might never happen. I did find a cousin, and I'm hoping she will help me find my dad, because either her grandparents are my great-grandparents or vice versa. So if I can contact them, I can for sure figure out who my dad is. Gotta cross my fingers that they have the time and energy to give that to me and maybe build up a relationship, you know? It's been crazy to see how far your DNA spreads. And it's all been crazy to see how genocide is manifest even through this DNA test, right? And I know you're like, what do you mean genocide is manifest through DNA tests? Well, you can see how genocide works, right? Because we see, and we look at my white family tree, and it's a long history of people, and you can see it. You can track them. But you look at my black side, and whether it's because of not having resources to spend on a DNA test like I didn't have for the longest, or just the eraser of our identities and our histories, you see that I don't have a tree really to follow except for this one person. That's literally the definition of genocide. And it was very enlightening to me to be able to see and understand that. Hard truth sometimes, you know what I mean? Anyways, thanks for rocking with me, for sharing this moment with me, sharing my discovery of myself. I hope to see y'all next time. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell so you can stay notified every time I drop a new video. Like I said, smash that like button. It helps with the algorithm, and leave a comment. Let me know, do you know about your family history? Are you thinking about taking a DNA test? Let's talk about it. All right, good rock with you. I'm out. Peace.
Walking through the crease and the cracks of the streets, struggling for some food and a bed to sleep, while trying to cause overthrow. I'm feeling weak, ideology buff,